Let's get right into it. Number 10, cough syrup hallucinations. Okay, so you're sick. Your throat feels like you swallowed a cactus, and your lungs are performing free jazz at 2 a.m. What do? You reach for the good old cough syrup. Harmless, right? That sticky red liquid your mom used to shovel into you with a plastic spoon? Yeah, turns out if you take just a little too much, your brain might decide it's time to take a road trip through the Twilight Zone. See, many over-the-counter cough syrups contain something called dextromorphin, or DXM. It sounds like the name of a Marvel villain, and honestly, it kind of acts like one. In small doses, DXM suppresses your cough reflex. Great. But in high doses, it stops being your friendly neighborhood cough medicine and starts being a low-budget hallucinogen. Suddenly, you're not just coughing less, you're seeing things that aren't there, feeling detached from your own body, and maybe even holding a deep philosophical conversation with your toaster. Why does this happen? DXM messes with your NMDA receptors in the brain. Those little guys are responsible for regulating glutamate, which helps you think straight, form memories, and generally act like a functioning human. Block those receptors, and your brain basically goes, cool, guess we're living in a Salvador Dali painting now. Here's the wild part. DXM was never invented as a party drug. It was literally designed to stop kids from getting addicted to codeine cough syrups. Irony alert, because teens in the early 2000s discovered if you chug enough of it, you can launch yourself into an interdimensional nightmare for free. They even gave it a cute nickname, Robo-tripping, because one popular brand was Robitussin. The side effects? Hallucinations, dizziness, panic attacks, and in some cases, the lovely feeling that you're floating outside your own body watching your meat suit stumble around. Not exactly the healing vibes you were hoping for when you just wanted to stop hacking up a lung. So yeah, cough syrup is proof that medicine sometimes doubles as a surprise horror show. The same bottle your grandma takes a spoonful of at night, in the wrong dosage, is basically a hall pass to a haunted carnival inside your skull.
Number 9. Painkiller constipation. Painkillers. The little miracle pills that turn ow my back into, wow, life isn't that bad. Whether it's after surgery or when your wisdom teeth are yanked out, opioids like oxycodone or morphine are there to turn your pain down from a screaming metal concert to smooth background jazz. But here's the thing no one tells you. While these drugs are numbing your pain, they're also locking down your digestive system like a medieval torture device. Yep, opioid-induced constipation. And this isn't your average ate too much cheese constipation. This is full-on your intestines have given up their job and gone on permanent strike constipation. See, opioids bind to receptors in your brain to block pain, but they also latch on to the same receptors in your gut. The result? Your intestines stop contracting properly, water absorption goes haywire, and suddenly your bathroom trips turn into desperate prayers to every deity you've ever heard of. And it's not just uncomfortable, it can get genuinely horrifying. We're talking days without relief, bloating that makes you feel like a human balloon animal, and pain that rivals the thing you were trying to medicate in the first place. Some people even end up in the hospital because their colon basically stages a hostage situation. Doctors know this is a problem, which is why there are entire additional medications made just to counteract this one side effect. Imagine that. You take medicine for pain, then need another medicine because the first medicine basically turned your digestive system into a concrete mixer. It's like a pharmaceutical version of whack-a-mole. So, while opioids can be life-saving and give you that sweet, sweet relief, they also curse you with the slow horror of not being able to poop. And honestly, few things make you question your existence more than realizing your biggest problem isn't the broken bone, it's your bathroom.
Number 8. Antidepressant dreams. So, you're depressed. You finally get the courage to talk to a doctor, and they prescribe antidepressants. Great. The clouds might lift, your motivation might come back, and life doesn't feel like an endless DMV line anymore. But then night falls, and oh boy, welcome to Dreamland Horror Edition. Certain antidepressants, especially SSRIs like Prozac or Zoloft, have a weird little quirk. They mess with your REM sleep. That's the stage where your brain gets the most vivid dreams. Instead of peacefully dozing through a meadow in dreamland, your brain decides, nah, let's run the trailer for a psychological thriller starring you.
We're talking ultra-realistic dreams where you wake up sweaty, confused, and slightly suspicious that your cat was actually plotting against you. Some people even experience lucid nightmares where you know you're dreaming, but you can't wake up. Imagine fighting off zombie clowns in a dream, realizing it's fake, and still being stuck in there. That's antidepressant sleep for you. And here's the kicker. Not everyone gets nightmares. Some people just get weird, like hyper-detailed, oddly specific dreams about filing taxes or playing ping pong with Abraham Lincoln. Your subconscious, mixed with brain chemistry on SSRIs, becomes the worst improv theater troupe you never asked to join. But the science behind it is fascinating. SSRIs increase serotonin levels in your brain, which stabilizes your mood during the day. But serotonin also influences sleep cycles. With your REM sleep altered, the brain kind of shuffles the deck weirdly, leading to bizarre, cinematic dreams that feel more like IMAX than nap time. So yes, antidepressants can help you feel more alive. But at night, they also might trap you in a subconscious B-movie marathon. Mood lifted? Check. Sleep? Never normal again.
Number 7. Birth control blood clots. Birth control. The tiny pill that revolutionized society, gave people control over their reproductive destinies, and, as a bonus, sometimes tries to murder you. For the most part, it's safe and effective. But buried in that fine print no one reads is a little phrase that says increased risk of blood clots. Here's the deal. Birth control pills contain synthetic versions of estrogen and progesterone. These hormones stop ovulation and thicken cervical mucus, which is exactly what you want if you're not in the mood for a surprise 9-month project. But estrogen also thickens your blood a little, increasing the risk of clot formation. And clots are the body's equivalent of traffic jams, except instead of honking cars, you have oxygen-starved tissue. In the best-case scenario, a clot forms in your leg and you get swelling and pain. Bad, but survivable. Worst-case scenario, that clot packs its bags, travels to your lungs, and bam, pulmonary embolism. Or it decides to crash in your brain, causing a stroke. That's right, the pill that was supposed to keep your life simple might suddenly put you in an episode of House. The numbers aren't huge. Most people who take birth control never experience this, but the risk is real enough that doctors ask a bunch of awkward questions before prescribing it. Do you smoke? Do you have migraines? Family history of clotting? Congratulations, your ovaries just turned into a game of Minesweeper. And here's the extra slice of irony. Pregnancy itself is way riskier when it comes to blood clots. So sometimes you're choosing between a small chance of clots with birth control or a much bigger chance if you end up pregnant. Either way, your blood is like, can I just not? So while birth control is one of the most important medical advances of all time, it also comes with the lurking horror of your circulatory system playing roulette.
Number 6. Antibiotic gut meltdown. You get sick, the doctor prescribes antibiotics, and you pop the pills feeling smug that science has your back. But antibiotics aren't picky little ninjas targeting only the evil bacteria. No, they're more like a nuke. They wipe out the invaders and all the helpful microbes living peacefully in your gut. Your intestines, under normal circumstances, are basically a 5-star resort for trillions of bacteria that help digest food, balance your immune system, and even influence your mood. But after antibiotics, it's like an apocalypse down there. Suddenly, the friendly bacteria population collapses, and opportunistic troublemakers like Clostridioides difficile, aka C. diff, move in like squatters at a foreclosed mansion. And C. diff doesn't just settle in quietly. Oh no, it produces toxins that trigger diarrhea so violent it deserves its own horror movie trailer. We're talking dehydration, organ damage, and in some cases, fatal outcomes. All because you wanted to clear up a sinus infection. Even if you avoid C. diff, antibiotics can leave you with long-term digestive weirdness. People report bloating, unpredictable bathroom habits, and food intolerances they never had before. It's like your gut throws a tantrum and refuses to go back to work. Scientists are still uncovering how much the gut microbiome controls, but let's just say wiping it out is like deleting half the files from your computer. Sure, the virus is gone, but now nothing runs the way it should. and the reboot process, it can take months. So yeah, antibiotics save lives, but they also sometimes leave you sprinting for the bathroom or wondering why bread suddenly makes you cry.
Number 5, sleeping pill amnesia. Picture this. You take a sleeping pill, lie down, and finally drift off after weeks of tossing and turning. Bliss, right? Except the next morning, you wake up to find out you ordered 6 pounds of glow-in-the-dark silly putty from Amazon at 2 a.m. and also texted your ex, "The eagle has landed." Welcome to the world of sleeping pill amnesia, courtesy of drugs like Ambien. These pills don't just help you fall asleep, they can trigger bizarre, semi-conscious behaviors where you're basically a sleepwalking raccoon with access to Wi-Fi and credit cards. The reason? Many sleeping pills act on your GABA receptors, which slow down your brain activity. That's what helps you relax and knock out. But in some people, the drugs tiptoe past drowsy into nighttime chaos goblin mode. You might get up, eat an entire frozen pizza raw, drive to Taco Bell, or compose a heartfelt poem about pineapples, all with zero memory of it the next day. And the FDA even issued warnings about this because people have gotten injured or even killed while engaging in wild activities under the influence of sleeping pills. Imagine waking up in jail and finding out your crime spree was basically an unconscious side quest. And here's the kicker. To you, it feels like you just went to sleep. No tossing, no turning, no midnight thoughts about that one embarrassing thing you said in 7th grade. Just sweet, unconscious darkness. Until your friend sends you a video of you trying to vacuum the lawn at 3 a.m. So yeah, sleeping pills work. They knock you out. But they also occasionally transform you into a nocturnal cryptid with a talent for online shopping.
Number 4. Allergy med zombie mode. So spring hits, the flowers bloom, the birds chirp, and your sinuses immediately declare war. Your nose runs like a faucet, your eyes itch like you rubbed them with sandpaper, and you sneeze with the power of a sneeze demon. The solution? Pop an antihistamine. Problem solved. Except now you feel like you've been tranquilized by a zookeeper. Classic allergy meds like diphenhydramine, aka Benadryl, work by blocking histamine receptors. Histamine is what causes your body's sneezy, watery-eyed, itchy freakout. But here's the catch. Histamine isn't just about allergies. It also helps keep your brain awake. So when you block histamine, you're basically turning off your body's stay alert button. That's why you suddenly feel like someone hit you with a tranquilizer dart. You're foggy, your reaction time is trash, and your brain is like a Windows computer from 2001 desperately trying not to crash. People describe it as allergy relief at the price of my soul. And the horror doesn't stop there. Some folks get paradoxical reactions, meaning instead of being drowsy, they get hyper, anxious, or even hallucinate. Imagine taking a pill to stop sneezing and suddenly discovering shadow people in your bedroom. Fun times. Doctors eventually created newer, non-drowsy antihistamines, but even those sometimes sneakily make people tired. Because apparently medicine enjoys keeping you on your toes. So yes, antihistamines save you from looking like you just lost a fist fight with a pollen cloud, but they also sometimes turn you into a shambling, drain-fogged zombie who can't remember where they put their keys.
Number 3, steroid rage. Steroids. They heal inflammation, reduce pain, and can literally save lives during allergic reactions. But take them long enough, and suddenly your emotions start cosplaying as the Hulk. We're talking mood swings so intense they could be classified as a natural disaster. Prednisone, for example, is a corticosteroid prescribed for everything from asthma to autoimmune conditions. It works by calming your immune system. But it doesn't just calm your lungs or joints. It also barges into your brain chemistry like an uninvited guest at a party. The result? Some people get euphoric energy bursts while others get anger, paranoia, or full-blown steroid rage. It's not just mood swings either. Steroids can mess with your sleep, giving you insomnia that makes you pace your house at 3 a.m. like a stressed raccoon. They can also make you ravenously hungry, so you end up eating an entire pizza and then crying about it 5 minutes later. Your body is basically stuck in fight or flight mode, except there's no tiger,
just your Wi-Fi being slightly slow. And the irony is painful. You take steroids to feel better, but suddenly your family is hiding from you because you yelled at the dishwasher for looking smug. It's not you, it's the meds. Though, try explaining that to your coworkers after snapping over a paper jam. So yeah, steroids can be miracle drugs, but they also come with the horror of your personality temporarily turning into a reality TV villain.
Number 2. Ibuprofen's stomach drama. Ibuprofen, the everyman's painkiller. Headache? Ibuprofen. Sprained ankle? Ibuprofen. Mild existential dread? Probably ibuprofen. But this innocent little pill has a dark side. Your stomach hates it. Ibuprofen works by reducing inflammation, and it does that by blocking enzymes called COX-1 and COX-2. COX-2 is the good one. It reduces pain and swelling. But COX-1, that guy helps protect the lining of your stomach. So when you block both, suddenly your stomach is like, cool, I guess we're defenseless now. The result? Stomach irritation, ulcers, and if you're really unlucky, bleeding. That's right, the same pill you casually pop for a headache can, over time, quietly drill holes in your stomach lining like some kind of sadistic termite. And it gets worse. Mix ibuprofen with alcohol, and it's like throwing gasoline on the fire. Your stomach lining waves a tiny white flag and gives up. People have ended up in hospitals with severe gastrointestinal bleeding just from long-term ibuprofen use. But because ibuprofen works so well and is so cheap, people underestimate it. We treat it like candy, but your stomach knows the truth. It's candy-coated in betrayal. So yes, ibuprofen relieves your pain, but it also secretly plots to make your insides look like a war zone.
Number 1. Cold medicine insomnia. You're sick, you're miserable, and you just want to sleep. So you grab some cold medicine, chug it down, and tuck yourself in. But surprise, your body is now wide awake at 3 a.m., contemplating every bad decision you've ever made. Many cold meds contain pseudoephedrine, a decongestant that shrinks the blood vessels in your nose so you can breathe. Sounds great, right? Except pseudoephedrine is basically chemical caffeine on steroids. It ramps up your nervous system, raises your heart rate, and makes your brain buzz like a neon sign. Instead of sleeping off your cold, you're now jittery, restless, and convinced you should reorganize your entire closet at midnight. Some people even get full-blown anxiety or heart palpitations. Imagine taking something to stop your runny nose and ending up feeling like you just did 3 espresso shots too many. And it doesn't end there. Because of its stimulant properties, pseudoephedrine is also an ingredient in meth. Yes, your innocent cold pill is chemically related to one of the most infamous drugs on the planet. That's why pharmacies keep it locked up and make you show ID to buy it, like you're smuggling state secrets instead of treating a sinus infection. So yeah, cold medicine clears your nose, but it also sometimes traps you in a wide-awake nightmare where you're hyper, anxious, and sick at the same time. Truly a medical 2-for-1. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.